that there's going to be recording, right? And while we are waiting for our speaker to join us tonight, just a few ground rules. Please mute your mic. Always mute your mic so that every other people in the meeting can hear you. And also, there is a linked question. I sent out the link in the mail that was sent out yesterday evening to everybody. So please use the link in the mail to ask your question. And at the end of each class, there's also a link to attendance sheet. Attendance sheet. Please do fill your attendance sheet. Please mute yourself. Your mic is on. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So there's also a link to the attendance sheet. Please always make sure to fill the attendance sheet so that will not there will not be issues with I got my certificate, I didn't get my certificate, something like that. And also we requested that you go on LinkedIn yesterday, tag STEM Tribe Africa, tell the world what we are doing and what you are doing with us. Nobody tagged us. Are you fighting with us or something? You don't want people to know that you are learning with us or what? Please. So while we are waiting for us, you cannot hear. Okay. Please wave. Let me. Can you signify if you can hear me? Um. Oh, okay. So anyone who can't hear me, please. It's probably your network. Log in, log out, and log in again. That will help. Log out and log in again. So while we are waiting for our speakers, can you please go on LinkedIn? The name of just search for STEM Tribe Africa. Follow us, like our post, follow our post, engage our post. We are STEM Tribe Africa on LinkedIn. We are STEM Tribe Africa on Instagram. Like our post, engage our post, follow our post. There are many more opportunities you will get through those platforms by following us and the likes. So please go on LinkedIn and do well to join us. So for the next 5 minutes, I would like to open the floor for anyone who is interested in sharing with us what you learned yesterday. What were you able to gain through yesterday meeting? Can you please share with us? Anyone who can share with us what you learned yesterday, what you're able to gain through yesterday meeting? Anybody? Can you signify by raising up your hand? Anybody? I hope we have been able to install the SPSS software. The link was sent out. If you installed yours, please signify with an emoji if you have installed your SPSS. Because today is going to be hands-on and you need it in order to follow. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so the link is in the chat box. The link to follow us is in the chat box. Follow us on LinkedIn. Follow us on LinkedIn. Please do follow us on LinkedIn. It's important to us as it is important to you. Please follow us on LinkedIn. So let's engage LinkedIn. Why? Does anybody want to share anything? I thought somebody raised up their hands just now. Anybody? Wow. Nobody wants to say anything. Amazing. Awesome. Okay. Nobody wants to share anything they learned yesterday with us. Okay. That's amazing. Anybody?
Allora,
I'm still waiting for us to share something. No, hey, no sharing. All right. At least if you don't want to share anything about what you learned yesterday, who wants to introduce themselves? Like tell the class your name, who you are, what you do, the country you are joining us from. Okay, I hope I'm not going to pronounce your name wrongly. Tanodo. Oh, please, you have the floor. Please don't
Hi,
let me pronounce your name wrongly. You can go ahead.
can you hear me? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
yes, I can hear you.
Oh,
Yes.
hi. It's Tando from South Africa. I'm gonna take it that you can hear me.
Okay.
So yesterday we learned about SPSS, which is a statistical package for the social sciences, and that it is used to enter and manage data sets. You can do things such as perform descriptive statistics, conduct inferential statistics, and you can build predictive models as well. We've also learned about the different variables, which are defined by either having a nominal variable, ordinal variable, and a scale. And we've learned that this is a less code. You don't code as much as if you were using Python or R. So it's quite friendly. Even if you don't have background in coding, you can still use it. It's not that different from Excel, but it's more advanced. So in a nutshell, that's what we learned yesterday. Thank you.
Wow. All right. That was a very good recap. Thank you very much for that. Uh, thank you for that. So I think our speaker, our teacher he has joined the class. So let's confirm if he's ready for us. So please, your full attention is needed for SPSS. This is a statistical calculation and it requires your full attention, and also installation of the
akwai
SPSS
takarda
data
Allah
of the SPSS software on your system.
duka
Please
ɗauko mai shi yana
do
launin
not
ruwan.
forget to do that. If you have any question, the link to the question is in the chat box. Just go to the chat box, click the link, ask your question. After each class, there will be a link to the attendance sheet, although it has been sent with the mail that was sent out yesterday, but I will still do that by sending it again to the chat box. So please fill the attendance sheet. It's very important because that's one of the way we are going to track your progress in the class and make sure that you joined us and give you certificates. As much as it's a free training, we are not giving out our certificates like that for free. What I mean by for free is we are not giving out our certificates just to everybody. We are giving our certificate to those who joined and who have shown commitment to the teaching, right? So please, I trust we are going to have an impactful learning journey as we continue in today's class. All right, so Mr. Olalekan Julius, are you ready for us, sir? The floor is yours, sir.
So good evening, everyone. We've
Daura,
already sent
ya tunda sun
sent
koma mutum zai bayar ya shiga
request
cikin ɗin ya yi
my
ko kuma
so
ya.
that I can start with this.
Yes, you can't hear anything for now. I think it's experiencing network issue. It's going to be back online in the next few seconds. Please, let's just give him a few minutes. It's joining back soon.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Hello? Can anyone hear me? Okay. Thank you. Thanks so much. I'm sorry for the glitch. I'm having a network issue here. So, without no further ado, let's proceed with today's class because we are some minutes behind. So, a quick recap about yesterday. We talked about variables, types of variables. Problem. We talked about types of variables and a little background on what SPSS does, why SPSS, and also we talked about, okay, we familiarize ourselves with the GUI of SPSS. What do I mean by the GUI? It's just the user interface. graphics user interface of GUI. So we talked about data view and we talked about variable view as well. So today we have so much we have to do because of time. If you have not yet installed SPSS on your system, can you signify, please? If you have not yet installed SPSS package on your system, can you signify? Okay, I can't see anybody, meaning that we have all installed the package, right? If you have installed the SPSS package on your system, can I see you signify? Okay, I've seen somebody raise his hand. If you have installed the SPSS package on your system, can I see you signify? Okay, thank you. For those that have not yet gotten SPSS, I will still beg us to do that after tonight's class, because starting from now we are already into the practical aspect of SPSS, and you won't gain much without you having the software in your system. So I will beg you to get it installed tonight, if possible tomorrow morning before tomorrow's class. Thank you. So further on the class today, so let me quickly highlight what we will talk about tonight. Tonight we'll be able to input some data ourselves. Tonight we'll be able to import data from Excel, and also from SPSS as well. You'll be able to import already made data from SPSS file, and also already made data from Excel file. We'll be able to do that tonight as well. And also, as you can see from today's topic, that descriptive statistics, we'll be able to run descriptive analysis. If you remember yesterday, I said descriptive analysis is the simplest form of analysis. It's not asking for any technicality. It's just asking for just description. For example, you might want to run, okay, how many percentage of male to female are in a class? That's very simple. That's very straightforward. Also, you can run an analysis like, okay, what is the highest age of students in a particular class? So that's how simple descriptive analysis is. So moving on, also we'll talk about cleaning data. It's important to know about cleaning data. There is one thing I omitted yesterday. That's missing value. That missing value is very important, because most people they pass through the correct procedure. They did everything right, but at the end of the day, they might not get accurate results because of missing value. And how does missing value comes by? When you administer a survey to people, some people might not be meticulous enough to supply you the correct answer. For example, if you ask for what's your gender, for example, if you ask for what's your gender, no, it can either be male or female. So if you code male as 1 and code female as 2, and you have a respondent, or you have a respondent that is now supplying answer like maybe 50 or 10, that you cannot place that between the bracket of male and female. So we consider that as missing value. Also, you see some people, they will omit some questions. They will not answer those questions. All those are also missing values, and those things, they affect your results. They affect the accuracy of the results. So we'll talk about that today as well. So can we head straight to our SPSS? If you have it on your system already, can you signify? If you have it opened on your system already, can you signify? Okay, thank you. I can see some. Okay, thank you. So I'm heading over to my SPSS now. So what? Let's quickly go about all this introduction, intro to descriptive statistics. Let's quickly go over it. Okay. So descriptive statistics provide the foundation for understanding your data before attempting any complex modeling. You just understand your data. you understand the structure of the data before going to any complex analysis. So you can see you can summarize your data using a descriptive analysis. You can detect issue. That's where data cleaning comes in. Data cleaning, that's where it comes in. You identify potential outliers, data entry errors, or impossible values. Like I told you before, some people can just put in any value they want. They might be careless about the data you supply them, so they might not input the correct thing, and it will affect your result. That's what he's saying. You can detect issue using descriptive analysis. Foundation, essential first step to determine if data meets assumption for inferential test. We'll talk about assumptions when we get to inferential test. I said there are so many tools embedded into statistics, into SPSS, and for you to determine which tool you are going to use, there must be assumptions on ground that will make you to know that, okay, I'm going to use this for this, but you don't need to stress yourself on that. We are going to get to the assumptions. So the next column, distribution shapes, symmetry and normal, bell-shaped curve. This is talking about your mean, median, mode test. Mean, mean, median, mode, overlap. Those are part of descriptive analysis. So it's talking about those ones. Skewed, data trace off to one side, positive. This is talking about your graph, plotting your graphs. So that's just a summary of this column. So let's head on to the column on the far right. Frequencies is telling you how the steps which you take to run your frequencies. Frequencies and descriptive, they are the same. They are the same, but they have little informations that might differ, but they are the same. Descriptive, both of them you will see on SPSS. Yes, you will see frequencies, you will see descriptive, but they are the same. They will give you the same thing that you want, but they are just added some added informations that differentiates them. So explore, also we have explore too. So all those will still get to them in this class. So this is talking about the mean, median, mode. So of course I want to understand that. Let me agree that you know what mean, median, mode is. So but you don't need to worry yourself about the calculations. It's just at the press of some buttons you will get all those things calculated. And also I will tell you why we need this mean, median, mode. The reason is that some people might, it depends on your supervisor. They might want it to analyze a data based on the mean. Some might request you analyze the data based on the median or the mode. So it depends on what they request for. But regardless of whatever they request for, we are going to touch everything tonight. We'll touch everything, and also I'll give you templates in which you can present your descriptive analysis. Those are the things we'll do tonight. Also we have range, IQR, variance, standard deviation. Although those are formulas, but you don't need to worry yourself about formulas at all. You see them there, you just click and everything will be calculated. I told you SPSS has made it simple. You don't need to be writing formulas. You don't need to be writing formulas. At the click of a button, you have already done your calculations. So that's what this place is talking about. This place is talking about interpretation of standard deviation. We'll get to that tonight as well. Now, this one is visualizing data. Now, as you are running your descriptive analysis, you can display it on any chart you want, be it bar chart, be it histogram, be it box plot, anything. You can display it on any chart you want, and also we'll do that tonight as well. Let's quickly head over to the SPSS. Where's my SPSS? So if you have something like this on your screen, can I see you signify? If you have something like this on your screen, thank you. Thank you. If you have something like this on your screen, can I see you signify? If you do not have this on your screen, can you raise your hand? I can see Azan raising his hand. What's the issue? I can see Azan raise his hand. What's the issue? I can hear you. Also, Rashid, you are raising your hand. Can I see what's the issue? You don't have it on your screen, or you have not installed it at all? Okay, you can't see my screen. Probably it's your network. Probably, the admin has said maybe you should log out and log in again, because I can see the screen here on my other device here. It might probably be your network. So can we go on? So before we go into importing data, maybe from Excel, or import already made data from SPSS, we just we'll do some things together. Like we'll enter some data together tonight. So are we still on the same page? So on your screen, you go over to your variable view, like I showed you yesterday. Variable view is at the bottom left of your screen. You can see there. There are two views there: data view and variable view. So you click on your variable view. Now, the first column, which is the number 1, we want to define the first variable. Azan, do you have anything to say? Please, if you don't have anything to say, please mute your mic, please. If you don't have anything to say. So, like I was saying, the first row there, that's where we want to define our first variable. So, our first variable, let's say age. Our first variable, age. You type in age at the first column of that row. You type in age. You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
So you type in age. That means the name of that variable we are defining now. Age. That means age of your respondents, or the participant of your studies. So
Okay.
The next column, which is type, just leave it at numeric. I told you that SPSS recognizes numbers. It recognizes numbers. So we are going to be coding, like I told you, coding. Like we'll be making a numeric representation of a variable, so that SPSS will be able to understand it. So we leave it as numeric. If you click at this other part of that column, that 3 dots, you can see more information: numeric, comma, dot, scientific notation, date, dollar, and thereby strings. But we want it to be numeric. So the width of that column, you can leave it as it is. It's just the width of the column. So the decimal place of the column, let's put it at 0. You have to type something there. Are we still following me? So we'll put it at 0. So the label is the next one. Label: age of the respondent. So that's the labeling of this variable. Now, when we run the analysis, I will show you the importance of this label. I said SPSS only recognizes number. So when SPSS finishes its calculation, it will give you the output in numbers, just numbers alone. But this label will be the one that will show that, okay, this one is for the age. If you do not put in this label, it will not show that it is the age. So that's why we put in label. So the next column is values. Are we still together? Okay, thank you. So the next column is values. So we click on the part, the other part of that column. That you click on the 3 dots. So it will bring a pop-up box for you. And here this is where we now do the coding. Like I said, coding. So this is where we do the numeric representation of this age. Now, from yesterday's class, I defined the 3 kind of variables. So under which one did age falls on? If you really follow the class, under which variable does age falls on according to what I told you yesterday? Anybody? Anyone? Under which variable does it falls on? Okay, I can see somebody say scale. Thank you for the answer. The age falls under nominal. The measure is nominal, not scale, and it is not ordinal. So, but I just wanted to know if we are following. So, but this is where the coding is. We are on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are on the 6th column now. We are on the 6th column. So this is where we want to do the coding. Now, as much as age is categorical, we might have issue with age particularly because I told you yesterday that it does not follow a particular order. In your population, you can maybe your population might be 200 people. You might have a person of 35 years, a person of 40 years, a person of 20 years, 25 years. So here is where you categorize the age. You categorize so that it will be easier for you. You won't be entering each age manually because it will be stressful. So what do I mean by categorizing the age? You can categorize the age by let's say 20 to 30 years, 31 to 40 years, 41 to 50 years, 51 to 60 years. We are categorized there. So if anybody falls in between 20 to 30 years, that's the category. Are we still following? And if somebody also falls in between, let's say 31 to 40 years, that's a category. So here we are now defining that category here now. So the first item there is value. That value is the value you want to input into your SPSS. Let's say 1. For example, let's say that I have population of at least 20 years to let's say 70 years of persons at least. So that means I will not administer my questionnaire, or I will not send my survey to person that is less than 20. And if somebody that is less than 20 answers maybe by mistake answers my questionnaire, I will discard that one, because what I need is persons from the age of 20 to 70 years. So working with that age brackets now, and with the categorization I told you now. So I can say that my 1 stand for, now I'm not labeling that value now, I'm labeling the value now. My 1 stand for 20 to 30 years. I've labeled that. That means wherever SPSS C1, at inside age variable. You know, we are still defining age variable. Whenever I see one, it means it stands for persons between the age of 20 and 30 years. So when you're done defining that value, you now click on add. You see it has added it there. So then you go on to the next one. My 2 stand for persons from the age of 31 to 40 years. You also add that one too. You can see. So if I'm imputing my data into SPSS, I don't need to be writing Michael's age is 30 years. I don't need to impute that. If Michael's age is 30, I'll just impute 1, because SPSS will understand that okay, that's 30 years. If let's say another person, just a random name, Ade, also answer my questionnaires, and if Ade's age is 27 years, instead of writing 27 years inside the SPSS, I'll just write 1, because I've already represented that age bracket with 1. So continuing with that, I will say my 3 stands for 41 to 50 years. You can take any category, any category you want. It can be 5 years. Let's say you can be doing 20 to 25 years, 26 years to 30 years, 31 years to 35 years. You can do any category you want. This is just example. At the end of today's class, I'm going to, if we still have the time, I'll give us just a short class work and probably an assignment that we'll do. So moving on, after representing 40 to 50 years, okay, sorry, I was told there's a question that needs my attention, right? Yes. I'm trying to get the question, so sorry for that. I just need to clarify. Okay, so I need to clarify that age. Okay, check the chat box. Okay. Someone said step-by-step method of downloading SPSS. Sorry, we'll come over that. We'll come back to that later. Let me just clarify why in this case age is not scale. Now, yeah, I told you yesterday age is scale. Now, why is age scale? Because it does not follow a particular order. It can be, you can have 21, 22, 23. It is not categorical. Let me say that it is continuous. That's why age normally is scale. You know, continuous data is, you can have as many as possible. That's continuous. If I ask for, maybe let's say gender now, no, gender can either be male or female. That one is categorical. It is categorical, not continuous. And age is continuous. So that's why age normally is scale. But in this case now, in this situation, I have already categorized age. Instead of having a continuous value, I've already categorized it that okay, 20 to 30 years will represent 1, thereby. Now, imagine that I did not categorize this age now. That means I will be coding each age. Let's say now if I didn't categorize this now, that means 20 years will stand for 1 year, will stand for 1. 2 will stand for 21 years. 3 will stand for 3 will stand for 22 years. 4 will stand for 25 years. See, I will be representing each age with a number, and that will be so much. So, but in this case, I need to categorize the age. So thereby making it a categorical variable. So have I clarified that? Normally, age is continuous. Have I clarified that already? Thank you so much. Thanks so much. So moving on, the third category and also the fourth one, number 4, my 4 represents 51 to 60 years. Please, as I'm doing it, just do it along with me, please. Are we still on the same page? Okay, thank you. So, and the final one, which is 5, stand for 61 to 70 years. So you had. If you have gotten this so far, can I see you signify? Just let me see your reactions. If I've gotten this so far. Okay, thank you. So when you are done with this, you press OK. We are done with value. Now, there is a message came in now. I want to see the message. Income messages. Can I see the message? Somebody said I should please repeat small. Okay, I think we are having that range of categories. Then it will be ordinal. Okay, please, can the step-by-step metaphor? Okay, Brian, I will clarify that as well. Just give me a minute. I will clarify that too. Repeat small. Because of time factor, I might not be able to just put your mind to it. This is not difficult at all. Don't worry. When we are defining the next variable, you should understand as well. So the next column now, which is missing, is very important. That's what I told you before. Because if you did not define this missing, if you leave this missing as none, if somebody imputes, we only defined 1 to 5, 1 for age 20 to 30, 2 for age 31 to 4 to 40. We only define 5. Now, let's say somebody now imputes, let's say 10. It's not part of what we defined here. SPSS will go on to add that 10 value to your analysis, thereby making it inaccurate. You have done everything you're supposed to do in a right way, but by not defining this missing, your result will not be accurate, and it will affect your deductions, which is very important. So we'll define this missing. Now, if we leave it at no missing values, the implication of this is that this is the default. It means that if, let's say, Ayo now, I administer my questionnaire to Ayo, and he left this age, he left it blank without supplying anything. He left it blank. Automatically, SPSS will see it as missing value, and it will not include it as part of what it should run as analysis. It will automatically see it as missing value. That's what this no missing value means. But the down part of this one is if another person, let's say Ade, now impute 11. I said Ayo, leave that place blank. SPSS will automatically see it as missing value. But if Ade now impute a number that I did not define, if he imputed, like say 11 now, SPSS will automatically add that 11 to my analysis, thereby making it inaccurate, and I don't want that. So this is where discrete missing values comes from. It is advisable that when you first of all have your data, maybe you've gotten it and you've imputed it, you should run a descriptive first. So when you first of all, when you run a descriptive, and which of the descriptive are you meant to run? You can run the minimum and the maximum, and also you can run let's say the mode. So the mode is the most occurring values. That's the mode. And minimum and maximum is it will return the minimum value and the maximum value. You know, in this case where I have 1 to 5, if I run the analysis normally, I should have minimum as 1 and maximum as 5. But if somebody has imputed 10 or 11, it will return that value as the maximum. So mere saying that, I will know that something is wrong with this data. So if I now see 11 as my maximum, I can now go over here the first place and add 11 to it. So what this means is that if SPSS sees 11 in this age variable, it will identify it as missing value. It will not add it to your analysis. You can add as many as 3 values. You can see you have 3 values. So let's say another person imputed 15, and let's say another person imputed 7. So if SPSS detects any of these 3 numbers in age, it will automatically add it to your what? To your missing value. Thereby, it will not include it in the analysis. Are we still following me? Okay. So that's what this discrete multi-value means. Okay, somebody is raising your hand. Can you just send your message in the chat section? Just send a message in the chat section so that I can see. So that's what the discrete missing value stands for. I got lost at this point too. Is it at the discrete value that you got lost? Rita. Okay, yeah. Let me quickly go over missing value again. Now, missing value is, let's say for example now I sent out a survey, and in that survey I asked for the respondent's age, and if I ask for a respondent's age, and if that respondent did not supply me the answer, did not supply me his or her age, that is a missing value. Also, if that person supplies the age that is not within what I specified, like I said earlier, in this case now, I want a person of at least 20 years of age, and if I sent out a survey and somebody now writes 18 years, that 18 years is not qualified to be part of my my research because it's not specified. So if I input that one as well, that one is also standing as missing because it does not qualify to be part of this. So we are now adding 2 kinds of missing now. Missing is if somebody leave that place, or if that person leave that place empty, or if that person supplies answer that is not part of the specification. So that is missing value. So, and we have to deal with missing value, because if we do not deal with missing value, it will affect the accuracy of our result. Now, I believe we understand that. So what I now meant here is, if I'm trying to explain discrete missing value. If you leave it at no missing value, it means that if SPSS see any blank space, that means it will automatically recognize it as missing value. But if there's a value, that is not in the specification of my variable here, it will add it to my variable. This is what I mean. Let's say in the process of me trying to code trying to impute my data, all my data, I've already represented 1 as 20 to 30 years, 2 as 31 to 40 years, 3 as 41 to 50 years, 4 as 51 to 60 years, and 5 as 61 to 70 years. Let's say that when I was imputing, I now imputed a number that is not 1 or 5. That one, that value, that the value I imputed is not specified. Let's say I wanted to impute 1, I now mistakenly press 1 twice. That is 11. So that value is not specified. I did not define 11 when I was defining my values. So that's why I need to click on these discrete missing values. So I will now state it here that, okay, when I ran my descriptive, I saw that I imputed 11. So if I now put 11 here, whenever SPSS sees 11 in this age variable, it will automatically add it to your missing value. Thereby, it will not take part in your analysis overall. So you are still maintaining your accuracy. So that's what this place means. So the third one, which is range. If you are not sure, I said if you run your descriptive and you see that, okay, some people imputed 11, 15, or 17. So that's when you use discrete missing value. But if you are not sure of what people might or what the person that imputed the data as imputed, you cannot use range. Let's say that my maximum value of age is 5. So I cannot say that anything that is starting from 6 and that go as high as 100, SPSS should identify it as what? As missing. So that's what range stands for. You don't have a particular value, but any other value that is ranging from 6 to 11, SPSS will automatically add it. You automatically recognize it as missing value. Thereby, it will not take part in your analysis. So that's what that place is standing for. So in this case, we can just choose no missing value because we are the one doing it ourselves. Now, columns, you might not need. It's just the size of the column. Column is the size of the column. You might not need that one. This alignment is the right or left alignment where you want your data to be. Maybe you want it to be on the right side or the left side, or you want it to be at the center. So that's what alignment stands for. So that one. So here, this is where we now select our measure. I said originally this age is continuous, which is scale. But now we have already categorized. Is my screen? Okay, sorry. I'm really sorry. A call came in and interrupted my call. So as I was saying, so let's quickly go back to our slide. I want to show something. Yesterday's class. Okay. So just to clarify our variables again, will not take much on that. So the nominal, it has a distinct categories but no intrinsic order. Ordinal, it has a meaningful rank or order. Now Note it, it is rank or order. Rank or order. While scale is where distance between points is measurable. Now, why age is not, and where's my page? Okay. Now, why age is not ordinal in this case is because we are not talking of rank. Now, rank is, let's say that 2 is greater than 1. So 2 will rank higher than 1. 3 is greater than 2. 3 will rank higher than 2. So that one is rank. But when we are talking of age, we are not saying that 2 is greater than 1. We are treating everybody as equal. It is not rank in this case. I cannot say that a respondent that is 30 years is now greater than a respondent that is 25 years. I'm not saying that. So that is why in this case, age is what? Is nominal, because we are not ranking it. Now, just note, nominal and ordinal, they are both categorical variables. Why scale is what? Is continuous variable. So, but ordinal is talking about ranking. Now, let's say that if I'm asking for your satisfaction level, maybe you come to my restaurant and I'm asking that, okay, what's your satisfaction level of our services here? And you rank me 5. You know that 5 is greater than if somebody else rank me as 3. Although it is still categorical variable, but that one is dealing with rank, because 5 is greater than 2. Are we still on the same page? Okay, thank you. I can see somebody thumbs down. Okay, I can see so many thumbs down. Now, somebody said it's scale according to your definition on that slide you just portrayed from yesterday's presentation. It means that you came in late. So I already clarified that. Now, this is what I meant. Age normally is scale, but in this case, I've already categorized my age. You can see from this from this pop-up box that I've already categorized it to 20 to 30 years, 31 to 40 years. If I did not categorize this age, if I just leave it as it is, my respondent, my input 20, 25 years, 26 years, 27 years, and I will keep on putting all those age as it is. But to make my work easier and faster and even more cleaner, I need to categorize it. So in this case now, age is no more scale. It's no more scale. It's already in category now. So that is why I label age as nominal in this case. Yes, it is not ordinal now, because ordinal is talking about ranking. Ranking is ordinal. I can't say that 2 is greater than 1. I can't say that persons under between the ages of 31 and 40 are greater than persons between the age range of 20 to 30 years. I can't say that. I'm treating everybody as equal. So that is why it is nominal in this case. Do we all understand me now? If you do not understand, you can still send your concern in the message section. So in the absence of anything for now, let's continue. So this is why my age is now nominal. I have successfully coded my age variable now. If we now head back to my data view, if you go back to my data view, you will see the first column, age, is already there. That means you have successfully coded your age variable. Now, I want us to do something now. I want us to, let's say in the next 2 or 3 minutes, let's code gender. you go on to the second, you go back to your variable view. Let's now code another variable called gender. Can we do that now in the next 2 minutes, please? Are we doing it already? Okay. When you are done, let me know. When you are done, let me know. When you are done, you can let me know by sending your reactions. When you are done. Okay. Are we almost done? Okay, I have a question here. Let me see the question. What of if respondent age is less than 20 years? How do we fill value space? Now, in this case, if your respondent age is less than 20 years, you discard. Okay, if it is less than 20 years and you discard it, you don't fill it up, because you are not a person's under age of 20 years is not supposed to be part of your research, so you discard it. So are we done? So quickly, let me know if what you got is different from mine. Let me go on. I will define the name of my variable, which is gender or sex, whatever I want, and I want it to be numeric. It's, it's must to code measure. It is must. Now, something about SPSS that you should know is that if you whatever you do with SPSS we always return we always return an output for you. We always give you results. Whatever you do, SPSS will always give you results. Now, if you do not code your measure, SPSS will still go on and give you results, but your result will not be accurate. Let's say that your supervisor is painstaking enough. He will ask for your raw data, and when he runs the analysis, his result will be different from yours, which you don't want that to happen. So you need to tick all boxes for you to get accurate results. So it's a must for you to fill that measure. Is a must. So gender, numeric. So I'll go on my decimal. I don't want decimal. I don't want decimal there. If you want decimal places, you can, but I don't want decimal places. So I will say sex of the respondent. So I will come over here. So I will say 1 stands for male. I will add. 2 stands for female. I will add. I've defined just 2, right? So my missing, in this context, we are working in this context. But like I said, I will leave it as no missing value. So if SPSS see any, if it sees any blank space, it just automatically recognize it as missing value. So let me just leave it as that. But when you are handling a lot of data, you cannot input it by yourself. You need to contract it out to some people. So that's where error can happen. Some people, because of fatigue or because they are not being careful enough, they want to input 5, they mistakenly press 7. So that's where these errors are coming from. So we are already learning what data cleaning is. We are already cleaning those data. We are cleaning those data now because we need to get the data right for us to get the accurate result. So missing colon, that's just size of the colon. The alignment, we want it to be on the right side, just leave it as it is. And my measure, my gender as it is, my gender is what? Is nominal. So I'm done with gender. Does anybody have something different from what I just did? Does anybody have something different from what I just did now? Okay, that means we all have this on our screen, right? Okay, so we have successfully imputed the variable for gender as well. So if we go back to the data view now, we are now having two variables, which is age and gender. So can we now add one more? Let's say what other variable can we add? I want us to add like two or three more so that our descriptive analysis will be robust. We also try to do what we call recoding tonight, because by tomorrow we are going to be doing inferential statistics. So let's add um, age, gender. What else can we add? Okay, years of experience. Yeah, thank you for that. Years of experience. Can also add occupation too. So let's add years of experience. Can we quickly do that? Years of experience. Yeah, thank you so much. Level of education. Thank you so much. Now, one thing about this column here. I mean inside variable view. You know, if I want to input, like I said, I want to input years of experience. It will not accept any space in between it. Years of experience. It will not accept it because there are spaces in between. You see, variable name contain an illegal character. It will not accept spaces in between. So what do we do in this case? We normally we will join whatever word you want to join. We join it together with underscore. Let's say yes underscore of of underscore experience. So in this way, it's going to accept it because I've joined it together with underscore. But I will not advise you to type in such a manner because it's too long for a variable name. So instead, you can just abbreviate it. YOE, meaning that years of experience. YOE. This way is still better because it's shorter. Now, you have to come to this level to now define what YOE means. You now come here and say of years of experience. That's all you need. But for the variable name, you need it as short as possible. As short as possible. So, but you can write as long as possible in your label column. That's where you now put label to whatever you write at this place. So, are we done? After this, we'll just move into our descriptive analysis. So that years of experience, let's agree on because this one too is going to be categorical too. It's going to be categorical too. No, but just do years of experience, and I will buttress that point later, and also add a level of education. Your level of education should be how do we do let's say secondary um What category should we put that in? You know what? Let's scrape that one. Let's scrape that one. Let's stick with this three. Let's stick with this three, just for the sake of time. So now years of experience now. So I want it to be categorical because this place to years of experience is scale. It is continuous. You can have somebody of 5 years of experience, you can have somebody of 2 years of experience, you can have somebody of 11 years of experience, and I cannot deal with such number because it's too much. So what do? I have to what? To categorize it. I have to what? To categorize it. So I cannot say my one stand for let's say one to 10 years. I'll add it. Then 2 stands for 11 to 20 years. I'll add. 3 stands for 21 to 30 years. And the final one, let me just end it with this. 4 stands for 31 years and above. So I've already categorized this now. So instead of it being scale, it's not scale. But mind you, it is not nominal. Somebody asked a question. While inputting your data, is there a specific order it should follow? Or you can decide to start from. No, you cannot start from anywhere. You have to follow the order in which you designed your questionnaires or your survey. You know, we do not have a questionnaire here. That's why. If you have a questionnaire, you have to follow the order in which you designed your questionnaires or your scale or whatever survey you send out. So you have to stick with that one. You cannot just start wherever you want to start. I hope I've answered that one. Okay, so like I was saying, years of experience, it will not be nominal, it's going to be ordinal because in this case, I am ranking it. I cannot say that a person of less than 10 years of experience is the same as a person of 20 years experience. Do we get it now? Because this years of experience is now ranking now. I expect a person of 20 years experience to have more experience than the person that just let's say 5 years of experience. So in this case, that's why years of experience is going to be ordinal. Do we understand? Okay, thank you. So moving on. Because of our time. So if we go back to our data view now, you would show how you label values. Okay, show how you label values. My value. Okay, for the years of experience, you can see. Okay, so you lost connection. Okay. No. Okay, thank you for that. When we are talking of age, age is a variable on its own. We are not talking of age and experience. Experience is a variable on its own. So in this case, I treat every age as equal. Now, years of experience, I cannot treat years of experience as equal. So variable age is different from variable years of experience. So that's why I cannot put age, and that's why I cannot put age as ordinary. I cannot rank age. I cannot rank them because if I run any analysis based on age, SPSS will see it as just age. But if you are doing your own analysis, you can do whatever you want to, so far you have explanation to what you're doing. But why I did not rank ages, I treat age as a variable, which is what? Just age. Age age is this, to me, age is the same, but years of experience is not the same. You know, this is just a sample data. If for you to have for you to have something like this, you have to have build your questionnaire. And also, you know, building questionnaire is not just, it's not just waking up and just putting some things together. There are things to consider for you to build your questionnaires. So I think I've answered the question. So also, I've already showed you how I label my years of experience. You can see I categorize them into 10 years, 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30. So thank you. Time has gone really. So let me quickly run the descriptive for you. Now, do we have any question here? Okay, no question. So we head over to analyze option menu. You can see when I click on analyze menu, there's a drop down. So I have two. I here you go to your descriptive. Now here under descriptive, you don't need. So when you just place your cursor on descriptive, you have more options here. But here you can see frequency and descriptive. Like I said, they are both the same, but they just have some additional informations. So, but we do the two together. So let me click on frequencies now. So there is this pop-up box, right? So I'm going to select everything I want to analyze. In this case, I'm going to select everything. So you can select them one by one, or you can pick them all together at once. You know, if you click on Control A, your Control A will select everything all at once. Now in this case, I want to analyze them all at once. So after selecting all the variables I want to analyze, you see the arrow that is next to it. You click on it. So it will transfer the variable from this side to the right hand side, from the left hand side to the right hand side. So here now, let's now explore the other options here by the right hand side. Let's click on statistics. Are we following me? Okay. So
Yes.
you can see so many options there. If you choose to if you choose to um, if you choose to know your mean, median, mode,
Yes.
sum. Sorry, before we run our analysis, sorry, there is something we are missing. Let's go back. Let's go back to our data view. We have not imputed the data there. So there will be nothing for us to run. So let's just randomly input, let's say, one, gender, two, years of experience, one, um, let's say two, 2 years of experience, I'll be gender, one, and yes, I'm just randomly filling it up. 2 years of experience, two, um, three, age, three, let's say, two, one. So you can just randomly fill it up because we are not dealing with actual responses here. We are just filling, but just know the categories of those variables. You know, I'm still sticking with those categories, so that you will not go outside. If you go outside the categories, you are going to have a missing value, which will tell on your results, and you don't want that. So let's say two again, one, years of experience, let's say four. I still have four. I still have four. Five, let's say age, let me say four. Gender, let me say one. Years of experience, let me say three. So you can highlight, copy, and paste. just to get random values, but okay, I think it's not working like that. Okay, let's just stick with this five. Let's stick with this five. So we are having five responses from five respondents now. That's the meaning of this. So let's now go to analyze. Let's now go to analyze. We now want to run the analysis. So we go to descriptives. So you go to frequency. You click on frequency. So like we did, you highlight everything. Then you share. You click on that arrow, and that arrow will take it to the right hand side. So then let's explore other options too. Statistics. So we, we can tick on a mean media mode, minimum, maximum, range. All those things you are ticking on, SPSS is going to calculate all of them for you, and you are going to see the results. So let's stick with that one alone. So when you are done, just click on continue. You click on continue. So the next one, charts. The next one, charts. You see it below statistics. So you can choose, let's say bar charts, whatever you want to. Let's choose pie charts. So the chart value, do you want it to be frequencies, or you want it to be percentage? You can see it down there. Is it frequency or percentage? So let's just take percentage. Whatever you like, whatever you want to use. You can also use histogram if you want to. So we click continue for that one too. So the next option, format under it. Now, do you want to order the value as ascending or descending? I will just advise you leave this place as it is for now. Just leave it for now. All this one too, this style, you don't need style for now. The style menu, you don't need it for now. And the bootstrap, you also don't need that one for now. We are doing basic descriptive analysis, so we don't need all that for now. So once you have ticked all those, so I don't know if you can see this on your screen. I'm coming. You can see there's a menu that there are two tick boxes there. One says display frequency table, and the other says create APA style table. So I go on, click, check that one too, and also display frequency tables. So when I'm done with everything, once I click OK, there will be another page. You know, I told you yesterday that there are two pages. This one is just for the data, while the other page is for the output, is for the result. So once I click OK now, it's going to take me to the result page. So let me click OK now. Do we all get to this point before we go to the output? Do we all get to this point before we go to the output? Okay. Okay, thank you. So once I click OK now, you can see another page will come in. And that page is your result page, is your output page. It's basically your output page. So in your output page, you can see that in all tables, you can only see numbers. You can only see numbers there, numbers. So that's where the labeling now comes from. So let's start from this place. Let's start from the first table. Can you still see my screen? Okay. Let's start from the first thing. You can see that the first two rows, you can see valid 5 because we have now we have now. Does anyone have different results from my own? Is your result different from mine? The first table. If it's different from mine, can you signify? Okay, so let's continue. The first row, you can see valid. You can see 555 because we imputed just five responses. That's why. Now you can see the missing. You can see that it is zero because we are not missing any value. So you can see the missing. You can see your mean value. Your mean value is 2.4 for age. It is 1.4 for sex of respondents, and it is 2.2 for years of experience. That's your mean value. So if you are requested to present based on your mean, you can make presentation based on this mean. Probably tomorrow, before we start the inferential statistics, because of time, and time has gone already, we'll quickly go we'll quickly go like we'll quickly brush back on reporting of each of them, reporting on mean, reporting on media, reporting on mode. But in this wise, it's very straightforward. Now for median, meaning that for age, the median value for age is 2. The median value for sex is 1, which is male, right? The median value for years of experience is 2, and that one is 21 to 30 years of experience. For mode, the most occurring number for age is 2. That means majority of your participants are what? They are female. For sex of respondent, the mode is 1, meaning that majority of your participants are what? They are male. I'm just saying this verbally. There's a way for you to write it down, for you to interpret it down. Years of experience, mode. Majority of your respondents, they are what? They are of 10 to 20. They are of 1 to 10 years of experience. That's just a direct interpretation of this of the mode. And also we have the range 313. If you can also present your interpretation based on range, and you have minimum 1, maximum for age is 4, minimum for age is 1. You can see all those there. So now let's now go to the frequency table. Now these ones are the frequency table. The first one we did are the mean, median, mode, range, minimum, maximum. But this is what you really need. They are the frequency table. Now the first one there is age of respondent, and it was clearly stated there that 20 to 30 years, they are only 20%, meaning that your respondent that falls between the age of 20 to 30 years, they are only 20% of your total respondents. Also, you can see 31 to 40 years. You can see the number is just 2. There are just 2 people that falls between the age of 31 to 40 years, and they carry 40% of your total respondents. The next one, 41 to 50 years, is just 1 person, and that person carries 20% of your total respondents, of your total population. And also 51 to 60 years is only 1 person, which is what? Which carries 20% of your total respondent, or your total population. Are we still following to this point? Okay, thank you. So also when we move to the sex of the respondent, you can see it was stated there clearly. Male, you only have 3 males, which constitute 60% of your total population. Yes, mind you, I random data. I used random data for today's course. We just generated the random data for this sample. Don't worry, I will give you assignments, and for the assignments, there are samples data that will be sent to you for the assignment, which we are going to present. I only generated just 5 data just for this session. So you can see female female, there are just 2 female, and the 2 female they constitute 40% of the total population. You can see there. That's what it means. Now, moving now to years of experience. You see, 1 to 10 years, people of a year to 10 years of experience, they are just 2, and they constitute 40% of the total population. Whereas people of 11 to 20 years of experience, they are just 1, and they constitute just 20 years of and they constitute 20% of the total population. And you can see the rest there. I can now see the chart in which we generated. You can see the first chart is for the age of respondent. This, you can see the color code by the right hand side. You can see the blue represents, you can see that's it there. This another color represents 31 to 40 years. You can see it there. That's for your chart. It's because we chose pie chart. Now this is a chart for the sex of the respondents. You can see the light blue represents male. They consider the largest part of your population. Where the is this one darker blue or what? Represent female. You can see that's the chart for the gender of your respondent of experience. Do we get it to this point? Okay, thank you. So now what we have just done now is we have successfully run a descriptive analysis based on the data we just generated. Now, you know, I said you should be saving all your progresses. Now, you know, this output file, now we have not saved it. So if you want to save this output file, you head over to the top right corner. You will see this second icon here. That's for saving. Or you can simply press Ctrl plus S, Ctrl S. Or if you are using a Mac, you just press Command S. Is the same thing. So, or icon, the top right corner, or you can click on the file menu. You can see I've already shown you 3 ways of saving now, of saving your files. The first way is for you to come to this file menu that is at the top right corner. When you click the file now, it will show save your data. You can see save, or you can click on this icon here, also at the top right corner, or you can use Ctrl S or Command S for Mac users. So let me go ahead and save it. You can see this is another dialog box. Just change it to whatever you want to change to, output sample. So then you go on and what you go on and you save, and that's all. You are done with this output. So you can close this output when you are done with it. For this data page, you need to save this one as well. This for your data. You need to save it as well, and the save you follow the same procedure for saving. So you can say sample data, then you save, and that's it. It's already saved. So we are done with this. We are done with this. There are some samples data that will be made available to you. You can just pick any of those data. You can pick any of those data that will be sent. Maybe there will be a link that will be sent to you. You can pick any of those data, and what you are requested to do is just run a descriptive analysis of those data. You run a descriptive analysis of those data, and that will serve as your assignment. When you save, there will also be a platform for you to send your assignment to. So you save your assignment as your name. So you save your output data as your name, then you send it back so that we can access your assignment. Your assignment, once again, some sample data will be made available. Run run descriptive analysis as I've taught you this evening. Just run descriptive analysis as you can run it, and you save your output data with your name and you send it. So when we assess that as well. I'm very sorry for taking your time this evening. I'm very sorry for those of you fasting. I'm very sorry. And this will mark the end of today's class. Thank you for your time.
So thank you, Mr. Julius. Thank you so much. So for emphasis sake, kindly note the assignment. We would send an email across to all the participants for today, and you'll be able to have access to the data set. We already created a Google Drive link towards that, so that once you click the link, it's a folder itself, so you can pick on any of the data. So we have close to like over 30 data sets that you can play with. So once you're able to run the descriptive statistics analysis, save the output with your name, just like what he said, save the output with your name, and we would follow, we will forward a Slack link to the email as well. We will add it to the email. We'll give the instructions of how to send your assignment to, through the email. I want to believe that we all enjoyed today's class. Kindly go on your LinkedIn profile as well. Share your learning journey, share your learning progress via the LinkedIn platform, and kindly tag us, STEM Tribe Africa. And we do hope that you'll be able to get more information via our LinkedIn, because we are very active on LinkedIn, and there are a couple of trainings still coming up. Like next month, we are planning to host machine learning for scientists, early career scientists, and we hope that we'll be able to put out all this information via our LinkedIn platform. So share your learning journey, share your learning progress via your own personal LinkedIn profile. If you don't have one, then try as much as possible to open one tonight, depending on your time zone. Open one and tag us, and we'll be able to follow as well. We'll follow you, and we'll also be able to post as many information as you need via those platforms. Thank you so much. So we'll be rounding up for today. If you have any question whatsoever, you have any concern, do not hesitate to send us a mail via our STEM Tribe Africa gmail.com. So please do that, and we'll definitely reach out to you as well. So we'll send you the links to the Slack. We'll send you the link to the data sets. We'll send you the link on how you are going to, and the instructions on how you are going to submit your assignment. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Mhm.